Hey, beautiful Cancer souls. I just had to share this reading with you because the energy I'm picking up around your sign right now is absolutely incredible. I was shuffling my deck this morning thinking about what messages Cancer needs to hear, and honestly, the cards practically jumped out at me. There's something so special happening in your energetic field right now that I just had to dive deep into this. As a Cancer myself, I understand how sometimes we can feel like we're too much or not enough at the same time. We feel everything so deeply, we care so intensely, and sometimes that can make us question whether our sensitivity is actually a strength or something we need to hide. But what I'm seeing in the cards today is going to completely shift that perspective for you. The first card that came through for you is the Knight of Pentacles. And I have to say, this is not what I expected, but it makes so much sense for where you are right now. When I see this knight, I'm not seeing someone rushing toward you with grand gestures. Instead, I'm seeing someone who notices the way you tend to your emotional garden with such care and precision. This Knight of Pentacles represents someone who is going to be deeply attracted to your methodical approach to love and relationships. You see, Cancer, while everyone else is out there playing dating games and jumping from person to person, you've been quietly cultivating this beautiful inner world. You've been learning to nurture yourself first, building stable emotional foundations, and creating this sense of security within yourself that doesn't depend on external validation. The Knight of Pentacles is telling me that there's someone in your orbit who has been watching this transformation from afar, and they are absolutely mesmerized by your dedication to personal growth. This isn't about someone being attracted to your neediness or your traditional Cancer stereotypes. No, this is about someone recognizing the incredible strength it takes to be as emotionally intelligent as you are. They're seeing how you handle challenges with grace, how you create comfort and warmth for others without depleting yourself, and how you've learned to set boundaries while still being the caring, intuitive person you naturally are. What's fascinating about this Knight of Pentacles energy is that it's showing me this person appreciates your unique approach to building relationships. While others might rush into romance, you take your time to really understand someone's character, their values, their capacity for emotional depth. You're not just looking for surface-level attraction or temporary excitement. You want something real, something lasting, something that honors the depth of feeling you're capable of. The Knight of Pentacles is also revealing that your uniqueness lies in how you blend practicality with deep emotional wisdom. You're not just a dreamy water sign floating through life on feelings alone. You've developed this incredible ability to take your intuitive insights and actually apply them in tangible ways. Maybe you're the friend who not only listens to people's problems, but also helps them create actual plans to solve them. Maybe you're someone who doesn't just feel deeply, but has learned to communicate those feelings in ways that create real intimacy and connection. This steady, reliable energy you've been cultivating is like a beacon to someone who has been searching for exactly what you represent. They've probably been through their own journey of superficial connections and empty encounters, and now they're ready for the kind of deep, meaningful relationship that only someone with your emotional maturity can provide. Moving deeper into this energy, the next card that appeared is the Five of Wands. And before you panic thinking this means conflict, let me explain what I'm actually seeing here. This Five of Wands is showing up in the most beautiful way, because it's highlighting how your willingness to engage in healthy conflict and passionate discussion is actually one of your most attractive qualities. You know how some people avoid any kind of disagreement or tension in relationships? They just sweep everything under the rug and pretend everything is fine? Well, you've learned that real intimacy requires the courage to have those difficult conversations, to work through differences, to actually engage with conflict in a productive way. The Five of Wands is showing me that someone special is going to be drawn to this aspect of your personality like a moth to a flame. This person has probably been in relationships where everything was surface-level peaceful but emotionally stagnant. They've experienced those connections where nobody ever challenges anyone else to grow, where difficult topics are avoided, where there's no real passion or fire because everyone is too afraid of rocking the boat. And then they encounter you, with your willingness to dive deep into the messy, complicated parts of human connection, and suddenly they realize what they've been missing. Your uniqueness here isn't that you're confrontational or argumentative. It's that you have this rare ability to engage in conflict from a place of love and genuine desire for understanding. When you disagree with someone, it's not because you want to be right or prove them wrong. It's because you care enough about the relationship to work through the tough stuff, instead of just letting resentment build up over time. The Five of Wands is also showing me that you're attracting someone who has their own strong opinions and passionate nature. This isn't going to be one of those unbalanced dynamics where you're doing all the emotional work while the other person just coasts along. This is showing me a relationship where both people are fully engaged. Both people are willing to show up authentically, even when that means things get a little heated sometimes. What I love about this energy is that it's highlighting how your Cancer sensitivity doesn't make you weak or fragile in relationships. Instead, it gives you this incredible capacity to navigate emotional intensity without shutting down or running away. You can hold space for big feelings, yours and theirs, and that's not something everyone can do. Most people either avoid emotional intensity altogether or get completely overwhelmed by it. But you found this beautiful middle ground where you can be fully present with difficult emotions without losing yourself in them. This Five of Wands energy is also telling me that the person you're attracting appreciates your authenticity. They're not looking for someone who is always agreeable or who never has their own opinions. They want someone real, someone who will call them on their stuff when necessary. Someone who will engage in the kind of passionate discussions that actually strengthen the relationship rather than threaten it. The third card that came through is absolutely fascinating, and I have to admit it surprised me at first. It's the Two of Swords, and typically when this card shows up, people think about being stuck in indecision or mental confusion. But what I'm seeing here is completely different. The Two of Swords is highlighting how your ability to hold multiple perspectives simultaneously, to sit with uncertainty without needing immediate answers, is actually one of your most magnetic qualities. Think about it, Cancer. In a world where everyone feels pressured to have opinions about everything right away, to choose sides immediately, to always know exactly what they want and where they're going, you've developed this beautiful capacity to say, I'm not sure yet, and that's okay. You can hold space for complexity and ambiguity in ways that most people find incredibly refreshing. The Two of Swords is showing me that someone is going to be deeply attracted to your emotional intelligence and your willingness to sit with uncomfortable questions rather than rushing toward easy answers. Maybe you're the kind of person who, when faced with a difficult decision in a relationship, doesn't just react emotionally or make impulsive choices. Instead, you take time to really consider all angles, to understand everyone's feelings and motivations, to find solutions that honor the complexity of human emotions. This card is also revealing something beautiful about how you approach relationships themselves. While some people are always trying to define things right away, always needing to know exactly what something is and where it's going, you have this rare ability to let relationships unfold organically. You can enjoy getting to know someone without immediately needing to categorize the connection or put pressure on it to become something specific. Your uniqueness here lies in your comfort with emotional ambiguity. You understand that the most meaningful connections often exist in those gray areas that can't be easily labeled or defined. You're not afraid of the "what are we" conversation, but you also don't feel the need to force it before its natural time. This creates such a safe space for authentic connection to develop because the other person doesn't feel pressured or rushed. The Two of Swords is also highlighting your incredible ability to see situations from multiple perspectives. When conflicts arise or misunderstandings happen, you don't just dig into your own position and refuse to budge. You genuinely try to understand where the other person is coming from, what their fears and hopes and past experiences might be contributing to their reactions. This kind of emotional maturity is rare and incredibly attractive to someone who has their own depth and complexity. What's beautiful about this energy is that it's showing someone being drawn to your willingness to embrace mystery and uncertainty in relationships. They're not looking for someone who has everything figured out or who pretends to have all the answers. They want someone who can sit with questions, who can explore the unknown territories of human connection with curiosity rather than fear. Now, the fourth card that appeared is the Nine of Pentacles. And oh my goodness, this is such a powerful message about your independence and self-sufficiency being absolutely magnetic right now. But this isn't just about financial independence, though that might be part of it. The Nine of Pentacles is showing me how you've cultivated this beautiful sense of completeness within yourself that doesn't depend on having someone else in your life to feel whole. You know how sometimes Cancer gets stereotyped as being clingy or needy in relationships? Well, the Nine of Pentacles is completely destroying that narrative for you. What I'm seeing is someone who has learned to create their own security, their own sense of abundance, their own joy and fulfillment. You're not looking for someone to complete you because you've discovered that you were never incomplete in the first place. This energy is incredibly attractive because it represents authentic choice rather than desperation. When you connect with someone now, it's not because you need them to feel okay about yourself or to validate your worth. It's because you genuinely enjoy their company and want to share your already abundant life with them. There's such a different energy to that, and the right person is absolutely going to feel the difference. The Nine of Pentacles is also highlighting how you've learned to create beauty and comfort in your own life. Maybe you've been investing in your home, making it a sanctuary that truly reflects who you are. Maybe you've been exploring hobbies and interests that bring you genuine joy rather than just doing things because you think you should. Maybe you've been spending quality time alone and discovering that you actually really enjoy your own company. This self-sufficiency isn't about being closed off or not needing anyone. It's about being so grounded in your own worth and so clear about what you bring to a relationship that you naturally attract someone who is operating from the same level of self-awareness and personal development. You're not attracting someone who needs you to fix them or save them or complete them. You're attracting an equal, someone who has their own completeness to share. What I love about this Nine of Pentacles energy is how it's showing your relationship with abundance. You've learned that abundance isn't just about money or material things. It's about appreciating what you have, celebrating small pleasures, creating moments of luxury and beauty in everyday life. Maybe you're someone who lights candles for a regular Tuesday dinner just because it feels good. Maybe you buy yourself flowers or take yourself on dates to places you want to go. This appreciation for life's pleasures and your ability to create abundance for yourself is incredibly attractive to someone who shares similar values. They're not looking for someone who is always waiting for someone else to create magic for them. They want someone who is already creating magic in their own life and is excited to share that creative, abundant energy with a partner. The fifth card is the Hermit. And I know this might seem contradictory to attracting someone special, but hear me out, because this is actually the most beautiful part of your story right now. The Hermit isn't about isolation or loneliness. It's about the incredible inner light you've developed through all your personal growth work, and that light is absolutely impossible to ignore. You've been on this journey of self-discovery, haven't you, Cancer? Maybe it started during a difficult period, maybe after a challenging relationship or a major life transition, but somewhere along the way, you decided to really get to know yourself on a deeper level. You've been doing the inner work, exploring your patterns, healing old wounds, discovering what truly matters to you versus what you thought you were supposed to want. The Hermit is showing me that this inner journey has created this incredible inner radiance that is like a lighthouse for someone who has been searching for real depth and authenticity. While everyone else is busy with surface-level pursuits and external validation, you've been cultivating wisdom, compassion, and genuine self-understanding. That inner light is absolutely magnetic to someone who values substance over superficiality. What's so beautiful about the Hermit energy is that it represents someone who is comfortable being alone but not lonely. You've learned the difference between solitude and isolation. You've discovered that spending time alone can actually be nourishing and rejuvenating rather than something you need to avoid. This comfort with your own company creates such an attractive energy because it shows that you're choosing to be with someone rather than needing to be with them. The Hermit is also highlighting your role as a guide or teacher in some way. Maybe you don't think of yourself this way, but you've gained so much wisdom through your experiences that you naturally become someone others turn to for insight and support. You have this gift for helping people understand their own emotions, for offering perspective that comes from genuine experience rather than just theory or platitudes. This wisdom and emotional maturity you've developed is going to be incredibly attractive to someone who is also on their own journey of personal growth. They're not looking for someone who will just distract them from their inner work or help them avoid difficult feelings. They want someone who can be a companion on the path, someone who understands that real love supports each person's individual growth rather than trying to stunt it. The Hermit is also showing me how your uniqueness lies in your depth of self-knowledge. You know your triggers, you understand your patterns, you're aware of your strengths and areas for growth. This level of self-awareness is rare and incredibly attractive because it means you can take responsibility for your own emotional experience rather than expecting someone else to manage your feelings for you. Finally, the last card that came through is the Three of Cups. And this is such a beautiful way to complete this reading because it's showing how your capacity for genuine friendship and community is going to play a crucial role in attracting this special person. But this isn't just about being social or having lots of friends. The Three of Cups is highlighting something much deeper about your approach to relationships in general. You understand that healthy romantic relationships don't exist in isolation. You've learned the importance of maintaining your friendships, your family connections, your community ties even when you're in a partnership. This is incredibly attractive to someone who has their own rich network of relationships and who understands that expecting one person to meet all your social and emotional needs is unrealistic and unfair. The Three of Cups is also showing me your gift for creating celebration and joy in everyday life. You're someone who notices the small victories, who remembers important dates, who creates rituals and traditions that make ordinary moments feel special. Maybe you're the friend who always suggests getting together to celebrate good news, or who creates beautiful gatherings that bring people together in meaningful ways. This talent for celebration and community building is going to be magnetic to someone who has been craving more joy and connection in their life. They've probably been stuck in routines that feel mundane or isolated, and your natural ability to infuse life with celebration and meaning is going to feel like exactly what they've been missing. What I love about the Three of Cups energy is how it's showing your understanding of interdependence versus codependence. You know how to be supportive and caring without losing yourself in other people's needs. You can celebrate others' successes without feeling diminished by them. You can offer comfort during difficult times without taking on responsibility for fixing everyone's problems. This emotional balance and your genuine love for community and connection is incredibly attractive because it shows that you understand relationships as part of a larger web of human connection, rather than as something that should consume your entire identity. The person you're attracting is going to love being welcomed into your world of friendships and chosen family, and they're going to be excited to share their own connections with you. The Three of Cups is also highlighting how your uniqueness includes your gift for bringing out the best in others. You have this natural ability to see people's potential and to create environments where they feel safe to be their authentic selves. You're not trying to change anyone or fix anyone, but your presence somehow makes it easier for people to shine their own light more brightly. So here's what I'm seeing overall. Beautiful Cancer. Your uniqueness isn't about being perfect or having everything figured out. It's about this incredible combination of emotional depth, practical wisdom, authentic independence, and genuine care for community that you've cultivated through your own growth journey. You've become someone who can offer real partnership instead of just emotional dependence. Someone who brings actual value to relationships instead of just need. The person you're attracting is going to recognize all of these qualities because they've been doing their own inner work too. They understand what real love looks like versus just chemistry or convenience. They're attracted to your depth because they have their own depth to share. They appreciate your independence because they have their own complete life that they're excited to share with an equal partner. What's so beautiful about this energy is that it's showing a meeting of two whole people rather than two halves trying to complete each other. This is going to create the kind of relationship that actually supports both people's continued growth and evolution rather than keeping them stuck in limiting patterns. I keep getting this image of two lighthouses, each standing strong on their own foundation, each shining their own unique light, and together creating this incredible beacon that's even more powerful than either light could be alone. That's the kind of partnership you're moving toward, Cancer. Your sensitivity, your depth, your capacity for real intimacy, your hard-won wisdom, your independence, your gift for creating joy and celebration, all of these things that make you uniquely, you are not things you need to hide or minimize to attract love. They are exactly what's going to draw in someone who is capable of appreciating and matching that level of authenticity and depth. Trust this process. Trust your own inner guidance. And trust that by continuing to be genuinely yourself, you're already doing everything you need to do to attract the kind of love that will truly honor who you are. The cards are so clear about this, Cancer. Your time for deep, meaningful, joyful partnership is coming, and it's going to be everything your heart has been quietly hoping for.